Hey guys, just a quick note. We are about to do another run of the Nurglerbring shirts. So if you missed those the first time around, check the link in the description below. You can grab one for you or a gift. This one is wrinkly because I've never worn it. So if you want your own wrinkly Nurglerbring shirt, check out the link in the description. Thanks.
Carbros, yeah. Carbros USA, yeah.
This is Car Bros Podcast episode 14.
Big 1-4.
The big
Yeah.
1-4, lucky 14.
Right.
Hello, fellow Car
Welcome
Bros.
back.
Yes. Welcome back.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Hello to all our fans. Hello to all our patrons. Right off the bat, if you're enjoying Car Bros Podcast, consider signing up for our Patreon. You can find it by Googling Car Bros Patreon.
Yes. Or there's a link below.
I don't know the website.
description.
Description too.
Yeah.
Also, if you are listening to this on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, please rate and review or whatever, because we are really vain and we like the feedback.
Coming up.
Yeah. Now, apparently it helps with the algorithm or something.
Yep.
Whatever.
Some of the technology.
Some of the magic.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Just to open, I wanted to start with one of my...
An apology.
For what?
The M5 video.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about...
Missing that October 1st.
Well, maybe it'll be launched by the time this. There's another video that I'm working on that is different from the usual Car Bros flavor, featuring my E39 M5, which I still have not really started.
Yeah.
But I've talked about it for months now.
I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah, and I haven't really told Mike or John what the content of it, because it's kind of a solo project, and so it's just been this thing I'm talking about that I've made no progress.
But it's going to be sweet, according to you.
But I keep assuring them that it's going to be like next level and like change the game of automotive videos or whatever.
You heard it here.
So it is coming eventually. The holdup for me is I wanted to first lower the M5 because the stock ride height on those things
on bags.
it's kind of weak. Yeah. So I bought coilovers. I got some KW V3s, which are very nice coilovers.
Yes.
And some front suspension stuff. I got some monoballs for one of the bushings and then replacement bushings for another one. So it's like it'll be a nice refresh. The car is pretty low mileage, but it's like it'll be nice to do that stuff. But I didn't want to film until I had that done. So I have the stuff, and I keep going back and forth of whether or not I should do the work.
The answer is no.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
in the
I was
coilovers.
like, should I do it? And it's been, when did I buy the coilovers? A month ago?
More than that.
If more than that.
If
Yeah.
not more.
Yeah.
And I still haven't done it. And so I'm at the point where it's like, clearly I'm not.
They're not going to stop this.
Clearly I'm not into this enough. So I'm just going to find a shop and have them do it.
But it's actually kind of funny because like it feels like the enjoyment you get out of working on your car kind of changes a lot by like what else you have going on.
Yeah.
Like
it's not a priority right now.
Yeah, and it used to be like, oh, like I can't wait to get out there in that garage and just
Yeah.
and you're just like,
Well, when it was new, the whole arc of like working on your own car for me is like, I'm excited to do this because I'm excited to learn.
right,
Like, I've never changed spark plugs. And then it's like the first time it's new, and the second and third time
Yeah,
it's
sure.
cool because you're
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
And then it's like at a certain point, like I don't even change my own oil anymore,
Yeah.
honestly. I mean, I might on the Forerunner just because I wouldn't even have to jack it up. I can just like reach under there. But it's like at a certain point, I was like, I don't actually enjoy working on my own car. But some stuff, it's just dumb to pay for.
Right.
It's like, okay, I can do this myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to pay
if there's
someone.
not a big like learning curve.
If there's not a big learning curve or whatever. But it's like suspension work.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
especially
I don't
on
know.
that car, you have to like tear apart a good amount of the interior.
Yeah, and the rear, you have
Yeah.
to pull the whole rear deck apart. And it's like the front, there's a bunch of like ball joints and stuff. It's like none of it, it's not
rewarding.
rocket surgery.
Right.
You know, it's like it's not that.
Right.
It's not a very hard car to work on, but it's still just like,
Work.
do I really want to do this? or do I want to like essentially press a button and have it done?
Yeah.
And the point of what I'm trying to do really is this video. It's like I want the car upgraded
Right.
and stuff. That's cool. But it's like it's stopping me from other goals.
Yeah.
And if I'm not able to motivate myself to just sack up and do it over a weekend, like I should just pay to
It'll
have
never
it
happen.
done.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, like sometimes I enjoy working on.
I think
My
for
own
me,
car,
it's
but-
just it's like depends on the level of complexity
Really?
of what you need to do.
Yeah.
Because like the Subaru, like parts of it are easy to work on. Well, when I first added all that stuff, it kind of just reignited my passion for that car because I'd owned it for 10 years and it was just my daily driver and I didn't do anything. It wasn't special anymore. And then it was like, oh, I'm going to add all this cool shit to it.
Right.
But it's like, I would like to do the spark plugs in that car. Like I wouldn't even do that anymore. I would pay a shop to do that.
Oh, especially on that thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
because you have to like
Flat
take off like half of the fucking
intake.
yeah.
or
You have to
something.
take, all this
Yeah.
shit off. And like when I got the
Super
clutch replaced, I was like, I'm not going to do that myself. Like,
Yeah.
But suspension and the radiator was super easy to take in and out on that
Yeah.
car. It just depends on what it is.
I think if I was better set up for it, I have a garage, but it's just like I don't know. I don't know what the excuse
I think
is.
like having a lift would be fucking.
Oh
sick.
yeah,
a lift
honestly, like the hardest part.
I always say that, but,
Yeah,
that'd be
but
a
then probably
game
if I did have a lift, I'd be like,
it's
Yeah.
a safe excuse because it's going to be a while before we get one.
Yeah.
So you can
someday
ride
if we get
that.
enough patrons.
well, for me, the pain in the ass thing is to jack up the lowered Subaru. Like that's like, I got to
Truly it
fucking
is.
jack up the front of the
even
car.
stock ride height, my jack does not fit under the M5.
Right.
And like that alone
Yeah.
is
You're like,
enough. It's like, do I really want to?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lift would be a big deal. Honestly, that would be that might actually be a big enough deal for me to.
if we get enough patrons,
I just hate jacking my car up. I think that is a big source.
just
of it.
imagine we had like
It really like I leave the Subaru like on jack stands like until I need to drive it.
Yeah, it's like once it's up,
Yeah.
especially if you've ever gotten a car onto 4 jack stands using
yeah.
just a floor jack.
And you're just
It's
like-
like
That's a big
that's an achievement.
It's not coming down.
it's a
until,
sketchy. Yeah, you better get everything done that you want to get done.
Yeah.
because getting it up there sucks. So yeah, I think that's part of it. I just don't have the time and patience. I have the time. I mean, it's not a priority. That's the
Right.
better way to put it. It's just not a priority these days, unless it's like a really small, stupid thing.
little weekend.
Some little weekend thing. But yeah, it's just like the value of a couple $100 changes.
Yeah, especially in
as you get
in
older.
relation to your time.
Yeah, in relation to your time. So with that said,
You could be like playing video games, turning on
Yeah.
or something.
yeah, I could be
Red
playing
Dead.
Red Dead.
Yeah.
And in that same flavor though, I still really enjoy washing my own car.
Yes,
There's something about that I really enjoy and just like nerding out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I love washing older cars because you can actually make it different. Washing a new car is like,
Yeah.
you can get it as nice as it was
Right.
like 2 years ago. But if it's like 20 years old, you can actually like restore.
bring it back.
Yeah, you can bring it back.
Buff
and
it
I
out.
love getting in there with like Q-tips in the interior and just
Oh, yeah.
all that tiny stuff. It's pretty therapeutic for me.
Yeah, that's always.
So I enjoy that stuff, even though I'm not that good. I could wash a car, but like high end detailing and
Right.
stuff, it's like I'm not that good at that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, long story to say the M5 video is coming because I have decided to let someone else do the work to push me past.
That actually reminds
that
you.
hurdle.
What do you guys think about like car bras or like when people like tape up their front end
Oh,
to like keep? I think I'm not really a fan of
like
that.
a permanent thing, or like when they go to like a racetrack.
Either one, really.
Racetrack's fine.
Well, I guess but like
that's a little excessive.
when people
But
are like,
sure.
like I'm taking my vet to a car show, but I'm gonna like put a bunch of painter's tape all over the front end
On a
before-
show for a show.
just anything. Like
If you go on a track,
I can,
I
yeah.
don't, I don't
I
think
think
I don't
I'm not
think-
against
I-
that.
I
That's
don't-
fine.
I don't think most of these people are going to.
they might. Yeah, they probably aren't.
Yeah.
But for the purpose of a track, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Go for it. Paint the whole front. The leather front bra is
No.
atrocious.
Yeah.
That's hideous. And even what's weird is even a like 3M clear bra,
Uh-huh.
I can see them.
Yeah.
And there's something I don't like about it.
No.
It's like,
I don't know if I could pick one. I probably could if I knew where to look. But I
it's
never
just that
really-
you can usually see the lines and people
Yeah.
put paint protection when they buy a new car. It's like, I get it, but it, as subtle as it is,
It's still
unsightly.
it's still detracting
Yeah, I'm like,
from-
oh yeah, there's like a giant line where the hood's not,
Right,
like the
right.
paint's not as shiny.
It's like a catch-22.
Yeah.
I want this to look nice, but it's also going to look weird while I try
Right.
to keep it looking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something about if you were to keep a car for a long time, like patina, but garaged patina, like the car is in really good shape, but it has rock chips. It's like there's something really cool about that.
Yeah.
When it's just clearly been parked outside all its life,
Right.
and
Yeah,
it's
it's all
just like
sunbathed.
it's kind
The
of
clear coats yellowing and stuff.
It's like,
yeah.
that's kind of gross. Like that thing wasn't taking that good a shape. But we saw at a car show, like, which will now be a week ago when you hear this, there was like an 89
Oh,
Supra
Supra, yeah.
Turbo, and it was just bone stock,
Targa off.
Targa off,
Looking good.
idling, which I didn't notice at first because it was so quiet, just idling. He was like warming it up before he left. I was like, man, this car is quiet. And he's like, yeah, it's all stock and just like maintained. And it wasn't like factory fresh, but it was in good shape.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, that's pretty cool. And so to me, it's like, if you're putting a clear bra on the front of a car to stop like a bunch of tiny rock chips, like
yeah.
who cares?
Yeah.
Like, because that kind of wear is cool.
And when is anyone going to like look at the front of a car and be like, oh, it has rock chips, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Right.
Count me out.
Yeah, I
Go
kind of
find
like
another.
that kind of stuff. Like that car is so cool to me because it's like it wasn't preserved.
Right.
It's still a car you can drive, but it had clearly been taken care of
Right.
for like 30 years. So yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah. So, anyways, aside from the M5 video, we also have another. I'd say that one's coming along pretty well. The you want to reveal it?
I think we should talk about it.
Yeah.
We usually just like come out with the video.
Right.
But we also just kind of talked, and maybe this will be the only time.
No
we
one's
do
going to
it.
listen to this.
But that's the thing is, we're only getting 800 people listening. to
Right.
these.
If that, yeah.
So
Around
if we talk about stuff, it's like
Let them.
it's not really like
Yeah.
a big spoiler alert. So we are working on Final Race 2.
Wow.
Bombs dropped.
Yeah.
And let me just summarize it by saying the word ambitious.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
If it is executed as envisioned, it's both hilarious and
Super dumb.
very dumb and very ambitious. And I think we're onto something pretty good.
Yep.
But it came about because we were getting
It came out because we wanted the money.
it was like we were getting legitimately 100,000 views a day on Final Race 1 and making no money.
Literally no money.
Yeah, $0.
Zero.
$0 because of the unlicensed music in the end. And it was like, why don't we just make another one?
Yeah, that
Like,
formula.
if
Yeah,
the-
that formula works.
Like
yeah.
if the format works.
Yeah.
And it also wasn't, the thing about Final Race is I'm very proud of that video.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh God, like the video we sold out on
Right.
is popular. It's like, no, that video is
Yeah. We
hilarious. It
We,
still
I mean, pretty
has-
much like nailed what we wanted to.
Yeah, it was like we made something that we liked. Apparently, huge swaths of different audiences like it,
Yeah.
which
Yes.
we didn't even intend, but they
I,
still
I,
like
I
it.
don't know if they like it. They,
Well,
they watch it.
They're watching it. But like, it is by many metrics a very successful video, including our personal metrics of
Right.
like
Right.
satisfaction. So I was like, fuck it, man, let's make another one of these.
Yeah.
Like, let's do one that we can actually monetize.
Right.
And like give the people what they want.
What's a craven?
Yeah.
Yeah, give them what they're craving. So that'll be
That's pretty far along in the.
It's coming along.
Pre-production.
yeah. And then we have a couple other things that are in the hopper. It's always like it's kind of like we've got 5 or 6 videos that are kind of like bubbling,
Right.
and then one of them hits
Kind of
this like.
comes to the surface.
One of
a
them,
little bit,
it'll hit this like escape velocity
Yeah.
where it's like, well, I guess that's the one we're working on.
Yeah.
A follow up to Blaze
Yeah.
is also being worked on.
Popular demand.
Yeah. Then we have the big one, but we keep putting it on the back burner. But
Oh yeah, let's not talk
that-
about
that-
that.
that's
that
like-
one's
that's-
too good.
And that's also like very, very early in the.
Yeah. We've got some more ambitious, like closer to feature length kind of stuff.
Right. And we also
we're working on.
have some pretty good ideas for the return of Jack Diamond.
oh
Yeah,
At some-
Jack
at some
Diamond
point-
also has.
At some point,
Yeah,
hopefully in the not too far off future.
Yeah. Well, the thing that like I just started watching The Office, the US version, after I'm only like 12
Yeah.
years late
Yeah.
to that
Yeah.
show or something. After like 200 people told me it was funny, but like that format gave me an idea for how to make like that format's pretty easy.
Yeah.
You just
Right.
sort of write a rough script, and then the camera,
Go for it.
the amateur nature of the filming
Yeah.
both adds to the effect and is really easy to do.
Right.
And so we were kind of talking about, I mean, essentially the idea is like Jack Diamond, a reality show.
With Jack Diamond.
It's like The Office, but in a garage, and Jack
Jack-
Diamond's the boss.
Yeah.
It's like-
Simple as that.
think of it like that. And I think that could be like a multi-episode
Yeah.
thing.
That'd be fun to experiment with that.
Because there's a lot of material. There's a
Yeah.
lot of it. It pretty much writes itself.
Yeah.
Let's just say. And then I was also thinking like Adobe in their Creative Cloud, in the Master Suite, they now have animation for keying programs for keying animation for
Do they?
creating. Yeah. It looks pretty easy to like rig an animated thing. So I'm kind of thinking we should try like
Is it-
a
Cartoon.
cartoon.
It's like a skeletal?
yeah,
Oh.
it looks pretty sweet, and they can match like voice
Oh,
stuff,
wow.
so we could talk through.
No, I haven't looked at
Yeah,
that.
I kind of want to start messing with it, but I think we should try a cartoon.
Yeah.
I think an animated series would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
as well. Like I don't know where to go with it, but
We'll go
like,
somewhere.
yeah, so look out for that. We might test that kind of stuff.
Do they still have Flash? Like, I know it's not.
No,
support-
Flash is discontinued.
It's just gone. You can't even.
It's
Damn.
gone. I
That was
think you're supposed to use After
so many
Effects or something.
morph.
I know
things
I know.
or whatever.
I'm sure it's distributed elsewhere. But yeah, so those a couple different things, and then there's whatever 1,000 other
Yeah.
Yeah. We have like a master list of
just random.
some of it's a
jokes
little
and stuff.
fleshed out, some of it's literally
Yeah.
just a joke.
Honestly, sometimes a joke is all it takes. Because I was laughing so much the other day driving. I guess yesterday driving here about that Jack Diamond joke where I throw you on the hood. Don't you ever misgender me
Yeah.
or whatever, or assume my gender. Literally, that was like the foundation of that whole video. I mean, it was like, oh, we should do like Craigslist buying and selling, but it was like, imagine Jack Diamond
That's not very PC.
Yeah.
getting mad at someone for assuming his gender.
Hey,
It was
buddy.
just like, oh, fuck. I was just dying laughing. Never assume my gender. You got that fruitcake? Oh, jeez. Oh, man. I love that line. It's like, I can't tell if it's like, is that just being full of myself? But like every once in a while I go back and watch our own
Like,
stuff.
damn, that was
and, like,
good.
laugh at it. And it was really good.
These guys are really
These guys
funny.
are really onto something. This is really good. But yeah, we kind of changed course a couple times, and that's why there's been like a lack of video stuff.
Yeah.
basically. But if it appears, we have gotten not much, but like 2 comments that are like, "Yeah, I'm just not feeling the podcast. Like, sorry." It's like I can say the podcasts are not really affecting our ability to make videos.
No.
Yeah.
like these are not getting in the way.
No, we're not like
This is
oh,
not-
we could be doing this.
Yeah, these take some time, but like honestly, if anything, it just forces me to come down here more often
Yeah,
to
and
make these.
And
Right.
then we
And we
plan
end up
other stuff.
working
later.
on other
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, if we weren't doing the podcast, you would just be getting nothing.
Right.
It's not like
Yeah.
like all these videos would be coming out. It's like these are not replacing anything.
Right.
And I only say that because a few people have commented, and I usually assume for every one comment, there's like
5 people that
10
do.
to
Yeah.
50 or something, whatever. There's some percentage of other people who are
Feel the same
thinking it,
way.
yeah, but not saying it. So
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
yeah, that's where we're at. There's a couple other things. I can't think of any though
Yeah.
that are like big. Those are the big ones.
Yeah.
Final Race 2 is definitely the most developed and at least for me, probably funniest. Because there's a lot of stuff left
It's definitely going to challenge our
Yeah.
post-production.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of special effects that we've pictured that we're not entirely
Yeah.
sure how to.
What I like
That's
though,
part of
like
the
a lot
fun
of times car bros for me is like I will either in my professional life develop some new technique and then use it on car bros.
Or vice versa.
Or in car bros, I'll try something new and then I'll end up just like using it a ton
Right.
in my professional life. It's like, yeah, I've got some experience.
Yeah.
with green screen. and
Right.
stuff. It's like,
I put my face into Paul Walker's
here's a little work I've done. VFX.
portfolio.
Yeah, a little something. Yeah. So I'd say January 1st.
Yeah.
Let's call that.
Yeah.
New Year's Day.
That's
Yeah.
the
You're gonna have a little something to look
That'll
forward
be-
to.
Maybe before, but we'll.
That'd
That's our like goal line that
that'd be
we
nice.
made them in.
We married. Yeah,
That'd be like the 4-year anniversary from when we started.
I think
it?
so. I think January 2015.
Did we actually release it on January 1st? I can't remember.
Scion FRS or whatever?
Was the first?
I think it was the first or the second.
I remember
it was like
when-
a Monday.
It was, like
remember
it was like the first working day.
Yeah, we were watching the New Year's Eve stuff while editing it. That's
right,
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so that's kind of
We'll
the
shoot for that.
state of Cabros.
And then we're probably gonna do a trailer before then.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So we have a sweet trailer planned.
Yep.
Yeah. So the main thing I wanted to talk about for this podcast was both how sweet car commercials used to be
How awful.
and comparatively how terrible they are these days.
Yes.
Because we were just watching basically late 80s, early 90s vintage commercials, which I don't really remember seeing on TV. I guess some of them I do.
We were only like 5 to 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing that struck out most to me is their like infatuation with V6s for some reason. Do you have that queued up? Play just the beginning of that.
I might have it.
I can just insert it.
We'll have you overlay
Oh,
it.
okay.
But
Yeah.
just so that we're
From the beginning?
yeah.
Hey, Mark, may I borrow your car? It's a V6.
Okay, pause it.
Like 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, right out of the gate.
It's V6.
It's a V6.
Hey man, it's a V6. I'm like, okay. Hey,
Mark.
Oh man. All right. Just play the whole thing. Make them listen to it.
I'm gonna start it again.
Hey, Mark, may I borrow your car? It's a V6. Don't let the power go to your head.
The Toyota Camry V6 has 156 horsepower that makes for surprisingly exhilarating driving. But please, try to be mature about it.
Mark, thanks for letting me borrow this powerful Camry V6. I think I'll go out and buy one today. I know what you do for me, Toyota.
That fucking jump.
Yeah. Fucking, you get some air.
Yeah, you get some,
You get some lift off.
serious hang time.
Yeah. It's like, when
How is that guy not in the NBA?
I think when they were casting that, it's like, are you like good looking?
Yeah.
And well spoken? And do you have like a 10-foot
Yeah.
vertical?
Yeah,
lead?
you know, like a 46-inch vertical. Man, if you're not watching this, if you're not watching the video, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Sorry,
We'll put a link in the description.
iTunes listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
156.
yeah, what is it?
Yeah.
50 something horsepower.
Don't let it go to your head.
Just screaming about it. Compared with today. Well, hold on. There's one other one
The other.
that I think is super sweet is the 300ZX.
Oh, yeah.
Turn of the century. Oh no, not turn of the century. Turn of the 90s.
Yeah.
300ZX commercial.
That John's going to play right now.
Yeah, we'll play that one. Put that one here.
Today there's a new power on the road. Today all eyes are on the sports car news of the decade. The first Nissan 300ZX.
Come alive, come and drive, major motion.
The V6 powered 300ZX, where art and technology intersect. Digital dash with graphic tachometer. A gauge measures acceleration and G-forces. 8-way power seat. Adjust your suspension 3 ways. Now, stand on it.
Come alive, come and drive, major motion.
From Nissan, the new 300ZX. 3 liters of V6 motion. Fuel-injected, turbo-thrusted, 200 horses strong. To snap you from 0 to awesome.
Come alive, come and drive, major motion from Nissan.
At your Datsun dealer.
So the thing I like about this commercial is like
The choir.
they got their money's worth out of that choir. Yeah. I picture the like art director like, but the choir again. One more time. Are you sure? 3 times? Put it in there.
Yeah.
Major motion.
Yeah, put it in there again. My favorite, if you're listening to this on the audio, probably the most important thing you miss is a sweet V6 graphic coming into the V6. Like, were V6, was that just like a hard engine configuration?
I don't know.
I mean, they're so proud
I mean,
of
back
it.
in like the 60s and stuff, like the V6 was the weak model. Like you always
Well, they
wanted
didn't.
the
No,
V8.
they didn't have V6.
I think I think they couldn't figure out
It
how
wasn't.
to
It
make-
wasn't until like the late 70s ish.
Yeah. I'm thinking it was like a hard configuration to balance.
To, like, make it
or
smooth,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. And they like, it was kind of
cracked
a
the
new
code.
I think they must
The
have
Da
cracked
Vinci code of the
because
V6.
they're very
Well, actually,
proud of it.
come to think, when we were at the Quail a couple months ago, you know, there was all those like Lancias, and there's a couple like convertible like 60s ones. And, like one of those had a V6,
It was like a big deal.
and I
or
was like
something.
reading about it. It's like the first ever like production V6
Yeah.
or something.
Because I remember 4 cylinders were just really hard to make. They wanted them,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
just couldn't get it to like idle
Right.
or something. It's like for a while it was just hard to get.
Yeah,
It was like straight 6 V8,
yeah, and then V6,
and like
just
those were
came.
the. And then it was like, oh, they figured out a
yeah.
V6.
Oh, they can make a V.
Because it had all these advantages. It was like shorter,
Right.
and like compact and whatever. So it must have been a big deal because they are very proud of it.
Yeah.
They're
Tooting their own horn.
definitely talking about it. Yeah, 200 horsepower. Can you imagine? If 150 was a big deal,
Yeah.
I can't even.
yeah. I also like telling them to stand on it.
with authority.
Yeah, there's no joking around there. Yeah, the I think what got us really thinking about this was this Acura commercial.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I sent that to you guys after I saw it.
Yeah, which is just like, we'll play it right here.
Yeah.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Been around for a long, long year. So many a man's soul to waste. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. Come on, come on, come on. What's my name? What's my name?
And so it's just like, they didn't even say anything about the car,
No, not
right?
really,
It's
no.
just like,
But yeah, I mean that's part of it, but it's more like the driving in it is like
Right. Like no one is going to
fucking
drive that way.
sideways.
It's like you need to get this thing as dramatic as you can. It's like
How exciting can you make this vehicle look? And they showed nothing about the car.
Right.
Yeah.
It was some nostalgia about when Acura made cool cars
Right.
that people like, and then completely unrealistic setting.
yeah,
for all of the
it shows
driving.
like all-wheel drive and or front-wheel drive cars, just like
Yeah. Getting
full fucking sideways.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
who would ever?
Yeah.
Like even at a track day, you're not.
Yeah.
You have to like go so far out of your way
It's
to.
a desert.
You have to
doing
like
donuts.
You have to like
and stuff.
hold the traction control button off for like 12 minutes
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
like allow the car to even like try to do
Yeah.
that.
You have to be going like 50 to 60 miles an hour and then do like a Scandinavian
Yeah, you have
flick
to
or
like
something.
pull or press the e-brake.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, I wonder what they had to do to film that stuff.
it's just
Probably
like,
like CGI, to be honest.
no,
No, that one
I think
wasn't.
it's real, but it's just like a stunt driver.
Yeah, or they had to put some like bootleg firmware on it that
Yeah.
allowed the traction control system. It's like,
Yeah, because most of those cars like won't even defeat it to get you that level of rotation in a luxury SUV.
every once in a while there is like a entertaining car commercial,
But not
but not really. They're mostly just bad,
and they
if not offensive.
They're all just like image and like they don't,
very
most of them don't
image.
even say anything about the car.
Yeah, the ones that actually piss me off. They're so bad they piss me off. Is I think it's GM that does it or something, where it's just like huge white letters on the screen, like car driving through New York City, and it'll be like bold move or something.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like just so embarrassingly
just nothing to
thin.
it. Yeah.
It's just like, no one gives a shit about your boring car.
Right.
you're trying so hard, and I just picture like this ad agency, like 10 guys around a table, like what are we gonna do? It's like
Make it look cool.
how are we gonna make this like look cool? And it's just like such a pathetic commercial.
Yep.
Those ones are bad. The other ones that I don't know if they anger me the same way. Those are just bad from a design aesthetic. But the ones where it's like, it's so cliche, but it's like, a wife buys her husband a car for Christmas or something. Here it is. It's just like, oh, here it is. He'll grab the keys.
It's the December to remember.
Yeah. He'll just like grab the keys and run out and like drive it. It's like, what fucking relationship?
How do you know our credit's very bad?
Yeah, I kind of want to make. I'm getting the idea for. We should make a faux commercial. First of all, we should just mimic that Camry commercial. We should just remake that shot for shot.
Toyota actually like should remake that. Like,
Yeah.
they have like a 300 horsepower camera. Just remake that exact same thing.
All right. Well, if Toyota doesn't do it, I think we're gonna do it.
We're gonna rent a
We're gonna
Camry.
get a trampoline for that fucking jump at the end. Then the other one I think we should do is like,
Don't let it go to your head.
my life partner. Like, I bought you a car, and it's like, are you fucking nuts?
Yeah.
I just lost my job.
You bought a car?
What
without
APR percent did you get on this?
You bought a car without consulting me?
I'm trying to fix my credit.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
You didn't ask before you. Silver? I don't want silver. What the fuck did you do? Like, just have it like bomb. I thought you. All right.
Put that on the list.
Okay, so we got 2 more videos in the pipeline. Man, we could probably bang that out in like a day.
Damn. All right. Look for that next week.
All we need is like a big red bow
Yeah.
and like launch it around Christmas time.
When you bought your Jeep, they didn't put that bow on it.
They did.
Oh, they did?
They did.
Do they take the bow back? Or do
Yes.
you get, oh,
It's just a display bow.
I know. They just have one.
I swear to God, when I was, I think it was when I sold the Challenger, I was like waiting for my mom to come pick me up.
Yeah.
And I walked by there like, whatever, like where they get them ready.
Yeah.
And they had one of those like Buick Encore
Ooh.
things with that bow on it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, oh man.
The Buick Encore
That's
is
a big
like,
moment for someone. That day
I
is
mean,
very memorable. They got a Buick
We're
Encore.
just like, is there anything lamer than like a super lame used car?
I wonder.
With a huge yellow bow.
It was funny, like when my girlfriend was looking for cars, like she originally was looking for like small SUVs or crossovers and stuff like that.
Right.
And she came across the Encore. She was like looking at the interior pictures of it.
Wait, did we put that joke in the?
I was gonna say, well,
Did that joke ever get out to the public?
Which one?
The Buick Encore joke at the auto show.
Oh, the Buick Chodemaster.
yeah, the Showmaster. Yeah.
We cut that. We were the patrons saw it.
Okay.
We put, every time we release a video, we put all the cut jokes.
Yeah.
Because we'll usually shoot a bunch of stuff and then we'll cut like typically they're just offensive.
Was the Honda one in there too?
Now, yeah, we had like sexual harassment allegations against the Civic, and like Honda pulled out of the show. So we do cutting room floor videos, and it's like 3 minutes of just like cut stuff.
Stuff
like,
we didn't use because either wasn't that funny or
It either wasn't funny enough
or was very funny but also very
yeah,
offensive.
or it was too funny. And one of them was the Buick Chodemaster.
Well, that was because when she sent me the
John's
link,
gonna have to show a picture of this.
she sent me a link, and I was like, "You want a Chode mobile?" And she like, ever since I said that, she's like, now every time we see one driving around, she goes, "Oh, there's a Chode mobile." Like she like
do.
once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Here's a photo of one. Put the photo here. As you can see, it's extremely dumb looking.
Yeah,
Chodemaster.
so it's very chodish.
Yeah. But it was a good joke. Roadmaster.
Yeah.
Why did we pull that?
I don't know.
That was foolish.
Have some balls.
So that's probably what would have taken that video to the next level. Yeah. So picture that thing, but with a big yellow bow.
Yeah. Yes. Here's your car. Oh, man.
I kind of think like this is probably not true.
Disclaimer.
So I guess I don't think this. Part of what helped Toyota gain traction was their advertising campaigns because they're pretty memorable.
Like I remember that. Like I love what you do. Like,
Yeah.
as a like
the freeze
5-year-old.
frame jump
Yeah.
and stuff. And I remember their commercials talking about, I was talking to someone about this recently, and they were like, oh yeah, I remember commercials for Toyota trucks where they would talk about the features and the benefits.
Yeah.
And then I remember seeing a Chevy truck commercial, and he was just like driving over rocks or something. It was like,
Like a rock.
yeah, it was just
Bob
like,
Seger.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, part of it was they were just crushing it around that era. And
Yeah.
They were making superior vehicles, but like, I don't know. I think their ad campaigns. That reminds me too. Just
I don't know. I like those Bob Seger Chevy commercials.
yeah, sure.
Well, that's just a good
I'm
song.
just saying, yeah.
But I mean, like it's compared to now, like establishing an identity for now.
Yeah.
Like, who fucking knows what Chevy's slogan is?
God, Chevy
Is it?
commercials.
Is it even?
It's Find New Roads.
Is
I
it?
think,
Is it still that?
Chevy commercials.
Here's some guy that's gonna like tell you about all the awards. He's
Yeah.
gonna, like
Yeah, the survey commercials are just atrocious.
everybody like makes fun of those, which they should.
JD Power and Associates.
But like the can you? I can't imagine like how disappointed I would be if like you wound up there like, oh man, this might be cool, and like
What? Oh, the unpaid actors.
yeah, like oh,
Yeah.
what, this guy's literally just gonna fucking tell me about the award.
Yeah, you
like,
get roped in.
I don't even get to like.
Would you
yeah.
like to participate in the?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
Like,
And then it's
this
what?
Impala has
You mean-
built-in Wi-Fi.
Oh, you mean like I'm not? I don't like win this car. Like
Yeah.
you're just gonna like tell me about it.
Yeah.
Like tell me about
what
the
car
awards
company?
that I
Blah,
won.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, okay, well.
If you
thanks
are
for
not
that.
aware, you're referring to current Chevy commercials
Right, which I'm
where they
sure-
talk about
right.
like unpaid
and,
actors.
they've been like parodied a bunch. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Even though, for somehow they are unpaid actors, but they're like cornier and less believable than actual actors.
Yeah. Right.
Like they somehow pulled that off. Those
but
commercials
just
are so
like
bad.
someone like corners you into this like
Yeah.
elaborately built like studio thing. Like, oh man, this might be something sweet.
Mm-hmm.
There might be like a celebrity here.
Did you know?
And then just
which
like,
emoji would you use?
Yeah.
to just,
Do you know how many awards
what the fuck is this?
Equinox has won?
What am
Like,
I
I don't
doing?
fucking care.
I wonder, like, for every like
Can I go
good,
back out to the street?
for every good take they have, I wonder if there's just like 10
Like,
people are
really,
like,
like-
the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
Can I leave? Like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
The Ford looks better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. That was a whole nother vein of car commercials. I forgot. It sucked.
They must think that they're working because they
must be working.
yeah, because
That's the other.
they've kept on with that.
My
for
favorite
quite a
part
while.
of those commercials are like was when the people actually sit in the car and they go, "Oh, it's actually really nice in here." Like their assumption of
Yeah.
Chevy is like, "Oh, it's
Chevy,
a piece of shit."
it's not as bad as you thought.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the whole selling.
Yeah,
point.
one of my favorite ones was when they came out with I think it was the Malibu.
Oh yeah.
And they pulled the badging off. And all the people were like, it's like, what kind of car do you think it is? And they're like, I don't know, an Audi. And like they were basically what they're trying to say is like, oh, people think it's like high end.
Yeah.
And it's not. But all I could think was like, well, I don't know. It's so anonymous and generic that I can't possibly tell what kind of car it is without the badging to
Oh, it's
tell me.
silver?
I don't know. You clearly just copied a bunch of German designs, hoping to make it upmarket. It's like, you think this is an effective commercial? Dumb people can't tell what. It's like, God. Yeah. Anyways.
But I think the Chevy ones are annoying, but I think the Nissan ones are even more.
Oh, that's true.
I think those ones bother me more.
The
I don't know
Nissan
if they've
ones
done
where
that
they're just, like,
recently.
where they're just like totally off the wall.
There's the
and,
one
like,
where
don't
the
make any
where the
sense.
where the lady was like, "John, I have to find this one."
Yeah.
Is this
Put
is
it
this the
here.
Ultima one or the
I
Maxima?
think it was a Rogue, and it's like, "I'm late for work," and she's like, "No problem," and then it just goes to this like CG like video game thing where she like leaps up on top of a train.
Yeah.
And like, what the fuck does that like, tell you about anything?
Yes, anyone?
You could literally put any vehicle of any type,
Yeah.
of any
Swap it
age,
out.
into that thing, and it'd be like,
I think for them, the goal is just like get the brand out there. Talk about the brand.
do it in like the.
All you're
dumbest way.
hoping is that people see the logo, see the brand, and are aware that you're still making cars.
right?
It's like, I don't think anyone's going to be like, what's that car? I saw a commercial and now I'm interested in it. Like they don't sell cars through commercials anymore. They just keep their brand
Yeah.
semi-relevant.
Right, like we still exist.
Yeah, we just like if they could, they should probably just do a 30-second TV spot where it just showed the logo and played music.
Well, I was gonna
Don't even
I was
show
gonna
the
say
car.
like the only modern car commercials that I think are actually decent, like they're not geared towards us at all, but like it's that weird quirky thing, like the Nissan Kicks or like the Kia Soul. Like remember like the hamster commercials with the
yeah.
Kia Soul, where it's just like popular song, and then
Yeah,
quirky
At least-
features
At
and
least
stuff like
people will remember it.
Yeah, I think their goal, honestly, now that we're kind of talking about it, I think their goal is just to help make people know that the brand exists and leave them with a generally positive feeling so that they don't hate the commercial
Right.
when it shows up.
Yeah, I still, I don't know. I feel like that Camaro commercial that John's about to play.
Which one?
The one, the like 94, 93.
Oh yes,
Play it right.
yeah.
Here comes one. Oh, an 87 Buick station wagon. Got it. 74 Volkswagen Beetle. A 285 horsepower V8 6-speed 1996 Chevy Camaro Z28.
Yeah, but what color?
But it's like that I feel like that is like kind of a perfect. It's like it talks about the car at like I remember seeing that when I was a kid. Like, man, that's a cool car. Like,
Yeah.
I think it was also because like I liked cars,
Maybe.
and that kid also liked cars.
Yeah, could relate.
So I was like, and it's like 285 horsepower LT1 6-speed.
Yeah. Yeah, they just don't do them the same.
No.
It must be because it doesn't work.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
They know more than us.
I guess there's a reason. Or just the cars that like we wish they would advertise, they don't need to advertise.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because the people who buy performance cars probably don't watch TV or whatever, you know, or like just
or
don't.
they're not looking.
They're not going to be influenced.
I just,
by
I,
the commercial.
I just
Yeah.
found out about the
They're gonna-
WRX.
They're going to like.
I didn't know
Yeah,
what a
sure.
Camaro was until I saw the commercial.
Right.
Now I know. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's like, because the commercials you see really are for high volume cars. It's like CRV, RAV4,
Yeah,
Civic.
they're for
Right.
people that aren't into cars,
Or
that
they're
aren't
like-
reading car magazines
yeah, they're-
or blogs or whatever.
They're interested in a new car and they're swayed. They could be swayed
Yeah.
around by that, but they're not going to do like heavy research.
Yeah.
That kind of
They're
stuff.
not like reading the reviews.
Yeah. One, I bring up that like the success of Toyota's ad campaign because for whatever reason, and I feel like this is an obstacle the Japanese had to overcome, Kia and Hyundai, who, I guess what I'm trying to say is it would do well for them to have a good ad campaign, and they don't. Like,
Yeah.
they're stupid. I can't like the last
Yeah.
Forte, the Kia Forte commercial I saw at the gym.
I don't even remember that.
It's like I should have sent it to
Is
you.
it recent?
It's like I guess they have a race car version of the Kia.
Oh
Forte.
yeah, is that
I don't
one
know
where they like jump it
and they
something?
jump it or something. It's just like, oh god, who gives a shit? Like I don't like. I already didn't like Kia and Hyundai, but like I think there are a lot of people that are like Japanese cars. Like screw that. They're like tin cans
time,
and stuff
yeah.
in the late '80s. So
Yeah.
they were kind of overcoming that stigma.
Yeah.
But I feel like Korean cars have had a negative stigma, like especially in the 90s. I mean, they were just atrocious,
Right.
you know, like late 90s Hyundai.
Yeah.
But it hasn't gotten a ton better. It's like they make great cars. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not good by any metric of quality
Right.
and probably reliability, but it's like I still wouldn't own one.
Yeah. I think like when we're talking about the Stinger, like
The Kia Stinger.
yeah, like I'm as far as like liking cars, like I'm about as open as like I like just about everything.
He's owned a Miata.
Yes, I
Yeah.
don't
Folks.
Yes, folks.
Yeah, sure.
But I mean, there's very few cars that I wouldn't own that I could like never see myself owning.
Yeah,
And as bad as it sounds, like I just don't think I could buy a Kia.
I know.
Or like
I don't know
even if
why.
it's just like this car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know.
They just have to have.
Like I feel bad like saying that, but
Me too. But I don't know what it is because
Yeah.
I felt that way and I'm open to changing my mind.
Yeah.
But it's like all that I think what it is the Japanese showed that like we can make a better product.
Right.
And they did.
Yeah.
And they just killed it because of it. Now they're kind of
Kia's just like we can make something that's kind of in
And
this
Kia was
ballpark.
like,
it'll be
yeah.
it'll be a little cheaper.
It's basically like we can
make
make
it-
something comparable.
Yeah, we can make
like
a
that was
we
their
can make a
goal,
cheaper
is not
version of something
better.
you're familiar with.
It was comparable because like you look at an 80s Camry versus an 80s LeBaron,
Right.
It's just like
Malibu.
they were killing it.
Right.
They were creating a superior product with a V6.
156.
Yeah. But it's just like Korean cars have yet to seem that way. The one thing I really liked when they came out with the Genesis, the 4-door one, the big,
The first one.
the
original.
the luxury
Yeah.
kind of competitor sedan. I was like, damn, okay,
Here they are.
like here they come, but that was kind of it. And then it's like, and the Stinger. It's like here and there, they'll have a model that's like well received and reasonably competitive, but it's not. It needs to be like one after the other,
Right.
just like banging these things
and
out.
it needs to be like something like nothing like this exists.
Yeah.
Or it just needs to be way better.
Yeah.
Which I don't think the Stinger is really.
No, it's anyone who argues about them, like I'm sure we'll get one or two or multiple. I don't know. There'll probably be some comments about like, Koreans aren't actually. But it's like, it's always like, they're pretty good. Like people say they're garbage. They're not garbage.
Right.
It's like, they're just as good. You know, it's like, yeah, I'm not saying they're garbage.
Yeah.
But they're just unremarkable.
And they don't have, I mean, I guess they will at some point. They don't have like the heritage or whatever of even like Ford or something. You know, like, oh yeah, like Ford was like, Ford's been doing this for 100 years or 50 years, whatever.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah,
they could. I'm open to it.
Yeah.
That's the thing is we're open to them.
They're
changing.
It's
their
definitely
mind.
not for lack of effort.
Yeah, it's not for lack of effort.
But the thing that I hate the most about Kia is their logo.
Yes. I was thinking this.
Their logo is like
it's so boring.
Well, it's not boring. I mean,
it is.
It's boring, but it's like change your fucking logo. Like
it's just
it's so cheap.
It literally says the name of the thing. I mean, I know it's 3 letters.
It's like the cheapest
so
looking.
cheesy.
And they've had that logo like when they were known for being total shit.
Yeah. Rebrand, please.
Well, going back to what Coin was saying,
$50,000 car with that logo on it.
Yeah.
But like when they brought the Genesis out, like the Genesis didn't have any Hyundai badges on it. It had its own specific.
Now it's like a separate.
It's like they spun off the brand, or
right?
something,
Yeah.
right?
Now it has its own specific badge, which is I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Don't fucking use that thing.
And I've also heard people say like they've gone to look at a Stinger, like the experience you get at the dealer is like Kia, like we got to run your credit, like.
It's still kind of like
it's like
used car.
The approach is
salesman.
like like we're selling $15,000 Rios, but you're here to look at a $50,000 sports sedan, which like is a very like unknown product for us.
Yeah, good effort.
Yeah,
but
keep working on it.
It's not there yet.
And change your logo.
Kia change. What's Hyundai's? Oh yeah,
it's like the oval with the weird looking H.
Yeah. It's the almost Honda.
It's the slightly italicized rounded Honda. Yeah,
that logo represents so much about how I feel about their cars. It's almost a Honda.
Yeah,
that's like that should be their new slogan.
If you squint really hard, it's a Honda.
Yeah. They are fine. I mean, the thing is they took that company went through a quantum leap of just like terrible to fine, just fine, you know? And it's like, don't they still have like 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty?
Probably something crazy like
if you
that.
just need a car, fine, like go for it. But you're not gonna, they've got the opportunity to,
they have the resources.
Yeah. Take it to the next level. But
good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
Do like a partnership with Samsung or something.
Or you start it with a killer V6 and an advertising campaign.
And a guy that can just jump like you've never seen.
So I can't. All right.
Have we talked about the Subaru commercials? Like the Outback?
The old, like
Paul Hogan?
Yeah. Australian ass. Yeah.
Subaru's another one.
They used to have some sweet ones.
But apparently that's working for them because
their new stuff, yeah.
They're like super like wussified, like
the new ones.
Exploring.
They lived.
Yeah.
Subaru's killing it.
Yeah,
that's probably the most successful ad campaign.
I'm not a fan, but
currently
it definitely works.
You got to respect their game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should just bring back Paul Hogan.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, mix the old. There is one. I guess we'll leave you with. We'll close on this. The Subaru commercial of an old man in a lighthouse. They're like, what is this commercial? It's just like,
oh yeah, the blind man.
It's like, this is everything wrong with Subaru advertising.
I don't think it tells you like one thing about the car.
Yeah. So we will close. We will
it's an
we'll close
emotional-
with this.
Yeah.
So
Enjoy.
Yeah.
hope you enjoyed. Let us know in the comments below your favorite car commercial and enjoy this parting piece. Yeah, I agree. All right. See you next time.
See ya.
Does this map show the Peninsula Trail?
Peninsula Trail. You won't find that on a map. I'll take you there.
Fuck that. Let's just show that Toyota one.
It's a V6. Don't let the power go to your head. V6, V6, V6.
Powerful Camry V6.